Hey, Mike, I so enjoyed the cooking demonstration that you did. And my head was just exploding with creative content. And, here I am listening and driving through downtown Chicago with this idea generated from your cooking piece. And this is it. Yesterday, I met some women in a hole in the wall Mexican place in Indiana. You would not drive by and stop without knowing someone to bring you there, period. And I ordered the best salmon I have ever had in my life. I just could not believe how great it was. So while I was sitting there, literally, I'm thinking, why isn't there like a cookbook for the best meals generated in, you know, I even had a title, I can't remember it now. It was like the hole in the wall, the greatest hole in the walls, something like that. And I know I'm taking this to a new level, but what I could do then is interview the chef on the menu and then put it through your system and generate a cooking show.
You know,
I could do all that.
the name could be the Hole in the Wall Gang, and it's all the people who love holes in the wall restaurants. You know what I mean? That you find these little holes in the wall that are just amazing, and then you start this gang of people that love going to them and find learning them in different cities. So I think you're onto
Absolutely.
something.
And it's supporting the little guy, you
Right,
know?
right, right.
And I'm telling you, this meal was fantastic. It just really was. And that would be something that I could use your tools for, and they would generate the cooking show itself.
Right. There's so many spin-offs and so much individuality and expertise. Now, your recognition of this is the sign of your amazing expertise. So, expertise is what allowed you to see it, to the perception. Now you have reasoning. Does it make practical sense? Yes. But what we're talking about now is your imagination that came out of that. And now you saw how you can take that, the four pillars. The fourth one is action communication. So right now, your imagination went hog wild. And get this, you did it while podcast listening on the go, education on the go. So that was also, part of a joy for me was what you gained while you're not sitting in a Zoom meeting, but you're out on the go living your life and doing what you find joyful. So I'm thrilled that you were able to get that out of this.
Absolutely, Mike. I had not heard of those tools, and I do use a lot of AI in my regular life. I was on it last night for an hour and a half probably. I mean, I do regularly use the tools, and I had not been exposed to these tools. And I believe these are greater tools than I've used. And I'm really looking forward to exploring them. I really appreciate your letting me listen to this. And I can so see, for business, I've got some friends that are in businesses that work for large companies. And, if you were to allow them to have their company have a subscription to your tools, to your program, to your meeting, so that their staff could use this and grow as AI grows, I believe they would really appreciate that, Mike.
Good. Thank you so much for being here. I would like to invite you to come back and you were dying to comment, and I want to let you loose on commenting. I know you'll be awesome with it, and I appreciate you sharing that. I'm glad you learned something new, and you're busy on the go. But let's connect, and I'll show you a couple things and give you an orientation about what you can do with Gemini and Notebook LM, and I think it'll just really, I call it AI bloomers, and I want to help. people that are, seniors, retired, really have their life bloom in new ways. You know what I mean? In all aspects of their life and their family life. That's really what it's all about for me is staying in the game and not being sidelined by the techies of AI. And make sure that
Well,
we
and you're also gifting them with tools for their own creativity.
and remembering their power that we control 70% of the US economy, that's $73 trillion. That's a lot of muscle. And to bring that, to make sure that AI techies treat us with respect and help us to benefit in this, era of our life, I think is a power that we can all bring together. That's why I started a nonprofit, Melissa, called the Senior AI Foundation, and explainers. So you're an explainer of things, okay? That's one of your great strengths. And I did that to help baby boomers come together and really, our collective strength gives us a lot of strength with the industry to make sure that they are serving us and not sidelining us.